Hello and good day and welcome back to Frankie's Aquatics right here on the wonderful platform that is YouTube's. YouTubings of the YouTubes. So as you can probably tell, it's a little bit grim here today. We have thunderstorms, rainstorms, everything else in between storms. So unfortunately the lighting is very frightening me. So unfortunately, the lighting might be a little bit poor in comparison to previous videos. Unfortunately, I haven't got any fancy equipment. I'm just filming this on a smartphone with no microphone attached, because I don't know if you noticed in the last video, the audio was terrible, absolutely terrible. So I've decided to go at it proper old school and just use my smartphone. So I've been freaking people out over on my social media, big time. Let me explain. So I'm a massive Child's Play fan. I'm Fran. There's only one Fran, that's me. I'm a massive Child's Play fan, and I have been since I was a child. I can remember as a child, me and my friend managed to get hold of the VHS, because we're old school like that, on the video cassette, and we watched 1, 2 and 3 back to back and absolutely pooped ourselves, lack of sleep for weeks on all that fun stuff. Kind of what happens when children get hold of horror films. Shouldn't really do it, don't encourage it, don't do it, you're not smart and you're not funny. I'm a massive Child's Play fan, Chucky in particular, and as some of you may already know, there has recently been a remake, shall we say, or a reimagined version of the movie. So Child's Play has been released in cinemas. Massive fan, and I've been kind of absolutely spamming the life of it on my social media. So my Twitter's been the worst, and so has my Instagram. So I don't want to make things very clear, because I had a few messages of people going, "Why are you posting that evil doll everywhere? I don't like Chucky. He scares me." So I just want to clear up a little bit. So I've got 2 Instagrams and 1 Twitter. Magic. So the first one is my personal Twitter, which is @Shade09. I'll leave the tag up here. That is basically not just solely dedicated to aquatics, that is dedicated to everything and in between. It's completely my personal Instagram, personal Twitter. So I post pretty much everything in there. You'll find funny stuff on there. I try and keep the language down to a T, because I'm trying to be family friendly. So I don't use bad language if I can help it anymore. That's basically my own personal outlet to the world, my Twitter. I haven't got a Frankie's Aquatics Twitter, and the reason I don't feel there's a need for it right now. But over on Instagram, I've got @Shade09, which again is my personal Instagram, where you can happily come and follow. I do post a lot about fish on there, but I also post about horror movies, my own life, my children, my family, and everything in between. And then, because obviously people were getting a little bit sick of the fishy posts and all the rest of it, I did decide to set up a Frankie's Aquatics Instagram page. That is obviously all dedicated 100% to my aquatics. It's axolotls, better splendens, my community tanks, my koi, loads of different things, and I obviously use it as an outlet to post my YouTube content onto too. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to head on over and check that stuff out. It might be some interest to you, but just to give you the heads up, if you do follow me on Instagram on my personal account, or you do follow me on Twitter again on my personal account, there's a very good chance you're going to see that guy, the killer doll Chucky. He's going to be around, I'm afraid. So if it's not your sort of thing, then I recommend you don't go follow. So now I've got that out of the way, as you can probably tell, the lighting isn't as great as it usually is. Basically, we're currently in the middle of a thunderstorm. Yesterday I tried recording this video, and it was absolutely annihilated by workmen that were in the area doing many things, drilling, digging, JCBing and everything in between, just being noisy. So I couldn't film yesterday's video at all, which really frustrated me, because I wanted to just get on with it yesterday. I was so ready to put out a YouTube video, which unfortunately I had to postpone until today. As you can probably tell, it's a lot more quiet, the audio is a lot better as well, but unfortunately the lighting isn't great because it is in the middle of a thunderstorm. So if you hear any massive balls, it's not my belly. I am a little bit hungry, but it won't be my belly, it'll be a thunderstorm. So I want to give you the heads up in advance, and obviously that contributes unfortunately to the poor lighting. So today's video was originally going to be a Q&A. I asked people to ask me questions over on my Instagram and my Twitter, and I received quite a lot of questions. But on this occasion I also wanted to do an update video on Frankie's Aquatics. Where are we heading, what are we doing, and what's to be expected in future uploads. So I wanted to kind of cover that before the Q&A. So this video, the Q&A is coming, I promise. So if you've asked a question, your answers will be coming in a previous video, in a former, not a previous, they will be coming in a former video, they will be coming in a future video What's up with the words today? Why are you not spanking very good, right? There will be coming in a future video, so do stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, if you do have any questions and you've not had a chance to ask them yet, ask them below in the comments section and I'll add them. I'll record the whole thing and I'll add them into my next week's video. Pinky promise. Pinky promise. Today's video is just going to be an update on what's going on at Frankie's Aquatics and what we can expect in the future. And I also want to ask you guys what you'd like to see from the channel. Would you like me to focus on a particular fish or anything, any kind of aquatic critter that I own? Would you rather me focus on a particular one, or is there something else? Is there a burning video you'd like to see from me? Like how I choose to water change my tanks, how often I do that, axolotl care, breeding, whatever you want to see. Let me know in the comments below and I'll absolutely accommodate as much as I possibly can. Many of you know I'm a breeder and I've recently bred axolotls very successfully with very few loss rates. And I'm mega proud of them, absolutely attached to them. I love them so, so much. And it is now nearly time to say goodbye. Not to me, I'm not going anywhere, but to my axolotls. They're almost ready to go to new homes, which kind of, it's part of the journey, I suppose, as a breeder. It's not easy and it's really hard to let go. I've had massive interest on all of the axolotls. They're in quite high demand, and I'm really excited to see them go to new homes, because each of the axolotls do deserve a home that they can go to where they can be loved and admired as much as I do with mine. I mean, Pixel and Flick to me are just a massive part of my life. I love them dearly. And I really can't wait to see, as much as I'm dreading it, I really can't wait to see the axolotls that I've helped produce out there in the wild, and seeing them be besotted by their axolotls as I am. And I just can't wait to see that. But it's also a very big bitter pill for me to swallow, because it was left to me. You've heard of crazy cat ladies, haven't you? We've all heard of them, thanks to The Simpsons. Well, if it was left to me, I'd be crazy axolotl man, because I love my axolotl so much. I don't want to sell them. Mom, do I have to sell them? I really don't want to sell them. I really don't. As much as I do, for the right reasons, my selfish side's going, yeah, just keep them. Just get loads of tanks, you'll be fine. Just get a massive tank, you'll be absolutely fine. But I know deep down that's obviously not really an option for me. I am going to keep one or two of them, because I have got attached to Flicks, which is a clever name that one of my subscribers recommended. Because obviously Pixel and Flick put the names together, you get Flixel. So I call him Flicks for short. And so I'm definitely going to be keeping him. So yeah, it's almost time to say goodbye. I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. Now, obviously, once the axolotls have spread their legs, that sounds terrible.
Oh, behave. Yeah.
I didn't mean that. Once the axolotls have spread their wings and obviously left the nest and they've got new homes and I've got a little bit more space at home, I will be taking on the next project, which is going to be breeding betters, Betta splendens. That was originally the first step I was going to take on the ladder to breeding for Frankie's axolotls. That was going to be the one. I was setting up all the equipment. I had it all ready. I was ready to go. I was stocking out my betters, making them all fat and plumpy, much like myself. And I was ready to kind of take that next step in regards to breeding betters. And then all of a sudden I woke up one morning and boom, I had axolotl eggs everywhere. So it was just kind of like, the axolotls way of going, don't forget about us, we can do babies too. So babies came before the axolotl babies came before the Betta splendens babies even had a chance. So that's going to be the next project, which obviously I'm going to document right here through the power of YouTube. As you can hear in the background, Tia. I have my dog with me. This is Tia. She likes to walk about in the background and pretend that she's a cat, because she likes to sit on the windowsill. And she's a little bit too big to be sitting on the windowsill. You're going to fall out one day. You will. Are you listening? You're going to fall out one day, TT. You will. So obviously, once the betters have bred successfully and there's going to be baby betters, I'm going to be providing to a couple of pet shops actually. I've actually been in talks with a few pet shops anyway, in regards to maybe selling some of my axolotls to them too. And obviously that's going to be an option as well in regards to my betta splendent, as and when I successfully manage to breed those too. There's going to be a lot going on. I'm going to be in the process of changing out a few things in the blue room, as I like to call it. There's going to be new things coming in. There's going to be a new shelving unit which is going to contain all of my tanks. I'm going to get all my tanks running on air filters, just to make my life a little bit easier than having a million plugs everywhere. Because I'm sure if you guys keep fish too, you find yourself no end of outlets needed to keep the tanks all going nicely. Whereas I'd like to preferably get everything running off one good pump and have loads of tanks running off one good massive air pump, and then have air filters running through the lot. So I've got a lot of things coming. I'm really excited. I'm genuinely excited for where this channel is going to go. I'm really excited for the possibilities, and I'm really happy that you guys are all part of that. To speak of my fish so openly and my love for this hobby, and have you guys there for the ride and communicating in the comment section and liking my videos and sharing them about, it means an awful lot. I bore the life out of my friends talking about fish. I could talk about fish all day and still want to talk about fish and everything in between. So to have this outlet to you guys where I can openly talk about my love and my absolute fascination of these wonderful animals, it means an awful lot. So you the real MVP. You the real MVP. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I love you. I love you. Quick one today, just a real short update. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit different to my usual stuff. I hope the audio has been okay. And again, I apologise for the poor lighting. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And ding that bell just so you know when my videos are popping up. I get one video out a week at the moment. I could quite happily do more than one if I'm honest with you. I've been considering making it 2, possibly 3 videos a week. But I don't want to spread myself too thin. I want to kind of keep my content fresh, keep my content exciting, and more importantly, keep you guys entertained with what I'm doing. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I've actually very much enjoyed recording today's video. It's been fun. Make sure you come back next week and see my next video, which will be a Q&A. So I promise you it'll be the Q&A. People are so demanding it, so I promise you now it will be. Next week's video will be the Q&A. If it kills me, I want to do it. I promise. Ask the questions below. Until next time. Ta-ta for now. This way, that way, this way. Baby shark. No, don't do it.